This week saw the release of the Ouya video game console. Now, if you're not already familiar, this is another one of those boxes that sits under your TV to distract you from more important things in life. The official story is that this dame named Ermin had an idea back in 2012 to bring an inexpensive, relatively powerful, and easy-to-program video game computer box to the mainstream. Now, to do this, she made a proposal to Mr. Kickstarter, only asking for $99 to get her on her way, but wound up getting $8.5 million. Is that causing your brain gears to break a tooth too? Yeah, I'm with you on that. The math just doesn't quite add up, so yours truly rattled the cages of his undercover agents in Los Angeles, and here's what shook loose. Back before the project was presented to Mr. Kickstarter, Mrs. Ermin was approached at her home by what has now been determined to be Level 3 CIA agents. Yeah, that's right, the Black Nasties. The NSA had been monitoring Ermin for quite a while and were well aware of her plans to construct a games box. As you're probably already aware, the NSA, CIA, FBI, FDA, IBM, BBC, JFK juggernaut has its mitts clawed deep into every piece of consumer electronics put on the market, and little Ouya sure as heck wasn't gonna be immune. The CIA jackboots issued her an ultimatum. If Ermin played ball, they'd ensure Mr. Kickstarter would look down favorably on her project. If not only would it be rejected, but they would absolutely annihilate her entire family's credit for the next 7 years. With her back against the wall, she reluctantly agreed, and by the time Mr. Kickstarter's funding period had ended, the CIA had funneled, you guessed it, $8.5 million through their network of over 5,000 sleeper agents. Well, here's a bit of trivia for you. My sources indicate that Ouya Incorporated, having to follow Mr. Kickstarter's rules, had 5,317 quote-unquote Ouya backer tie-dye t-shirts printed up and shipped to a single P.O. box in Langley, Virginia. Yikes, that's a lot of cotton, folks. Well, anyway, meanwhile, in the gaming press, there's a bit of a brouhaha concerning how some of the non-CIA backers didn't receive a console despite being promised early access. Fact is, the CIA carefully controlled the presentation of the gizmo to the public, and anyone who was showing off their early acquisition is a CIA PSYOPs agent tasked with hyping it up. One of the other things my little birdies told me was that in a fit of drunken rebelliousness, Ouya Incorporated etched some of the names of their CIA contacts onto the side of the console, so if you see that, you know that they were doing it on the sly. Here's another bit of trivia for you. In the earlier versions of the Ouya, if you popped out the left battery out of the controller and held down the O and Y buttons while turning on the console, you could unlock a secret menu that would contain settings for adjusting the bistable multi-vibrator array circuit. Now, this screen was removed when the hardware was locked down for final production, but you can see the remnants of it in this rare, unretouched photo. Most public versions of this image have the offending menu item edited out. Rumor has it some poor guy on the Ouya team fried his brain by turning it up too high. Don't screw around with multi-vibrators, kids. Well, anyway, that's all for now. You won't believe what's coming up next week, so I'm not even gonna bother telling you. Oh, and for my contacts out in the field, a special message. The meatloaf is undercooked. I say again, the meatloaf is undercooked. Later, gang.